The top 10 most anticipated films of 2025 have been revealed by Fandango, and I am genuinely surprised at every single placement here, because some of these I did not expect to even be this high, and other ones I didn't expect to be this low. So let's talk about what the fans are most excited for, and does this actually mean anything? 2025 is looking like a big year for films. There's going to be a lot of blockbusters, or maybe even hopeful blockbusters, that people are super excited for. Now, of course, the outcome still remains to be seen. If you guys remember, going into 2024, Venom: The Last Dance was among the most anticipated films of the year, and well, it failed to live up to the box office of even the second film, so you never know. But according to Fandango and fan picks, interest, and additions to list and anticipation, we got our list of top 10 most anticipated films of 2024. So let's start off with number 10, which is 28 Years Later. If you're not familiar with this franchise, this is the third entry in the 28x whatever later, 28 days later, 28 weeks later, and now 28 years later. This was, of course, shot by Danny Boyle. He actually shot it on an iPhone because he typically does these things cheap, and the first one was shot on, like, literal consumer cameras. There's a lot of anticipation. It's one of the most refreshing zombie franchises, so I get it, and I'm happy to see it on here. Speaking of being happy to see something on here, but finding it weird that it's only in 9th place, is Superman. I am genuinely shocked that this is this low. I mean, maybe the damage that the DCEU did to Superman is not reversible. I mean, I don't know. I think it is. I mean, TASM killed Spider-Man for a few years, but that got a fresh reboot and it saved the franchise, although still not close to $1 billion. So maybe Superman's going to be in that same territory. Whatever the case is, hey, at least they made it into the top 10. Maybe once more merchandise drops and more trailers and final looks at the film, people will get more hyped. One can only hope, right? Speaking of one can only hope, I can only hope to at one point see The Accountant Part 1. I still have not gotten to it. I've talked about my backlog and how far behind I am on some TV shows and films, and yeah, this is one of them. This is one of those franchises. I guess it's a franchise now. So maybe at some point I'll get to it, maybe before the second one. If I don't, I don't know. I'll watch both of them back to back when they're available, and that'll be it. But I'm genuinely interested in this, and I am surprised that it's this high up, especially ahead of Superman. So, I guess Batman wins? I don't know. Number 7, speaking of not knowing, I still have not seen Wicked Part 1, even though I want to. I am not really into musicals or anything like that. I just think the film looks really interesting and great, so I want to see it. My wife wants to see it. I'm gonna see it at some point, hopefully soon, hopefully in the theater. If not, I'll watch it at home. I know I'm going to be watching Part 2 after I watch Part 1, because I can already tell I'm going to like it. So, yeah, I'm genuinely excited to see, what this film franchise does and how the sequel follows up. At least from my box office analyst side of things and my mind wanting to always know those numbers, I'm interested in seeing what this does. At number 6, probably what will be the biggest film of the year if it repeats what the second one did, Avatar: Fire and Ash. This is the third entry in James Cameron's Avatar. It's taken us away from what we know of Pandora, putting us into some very unfamiliar grounds. I think that's the best way to put it. Obviously, Fire and Ash should indicate what type of setting we're going to. And there's a lot riding on this film. The second film was huge. The first film is the biggest film of all time. So Disney is probably hoping that this is going to stick a massive landing. Now, I know people keep saying, nope, it's not going to happen. Guys, everybody said that about the second film. I remember the box office estimates, not from insiders or, like, big trades, like from fans that are experts, were saying it's not even going to make $500 million. Well, it made over $2 billion, so let's not pull that in here. There's clearly an Avatar, like, crew or crowd that loves these films for what they are, which is theme park rides. So, I'm excited to see this. I love James Cameron's stuff, so cool, bring it on. And now we enter the top 5, and coming in at number 5 is 4. Fantastic Four: First Steps. Okay, I get it. I get it. This one makes sense. I'm honestly genuinely surprised that, like, Superman and Wicked Part 2 and even Avatar aren't ahead of it. But again, Pedro, he's got a fan base. People will flock to see whatever he's in now. And still, there's some doubt. It's Fantastic Four, right? There's many times you see some outlet post about Fantastic Four. In the comments, automatically the most liked comment is, why is Marvel trying again? People don't know that there's a difference between the last iterations and this. So that might hurt it. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But hey, I cannot wait to see this film. It's Fantastic Four. I've been advocating for a good FF film since we started this whole operation here on YouTube. So let's hope they make it happen. Now we move to number 4, and if it's not Anya Taylor-Joy or Alexandra Daddario, it's gotta be the ballerina herself. I'm not even gonna state her name. You know who it is. Chances are you're obsessed with her. That's just how cinema works. So, yeah, John Wick, ballerina, bring it on. John Wick is one of, honestly, my favorite franchises in like the last 20 years. I absolutely love the films. I cannot wait to see this. I mean, she's also a tremendous actress. Also, John Wick is in it. So, yeah, it's going to be amazing action, except this time it's from the perspective of a woman in that world, which I think is cool. Kind of, mix it up, show us some new lore and how the world operates. So, bring it on. This is in my most anticipated easily. Now, going from easily to reluctantly for me, Jurassic World Rebirth. I keep forgetting that this thing exists. There's been like no buzz in terms of when they started filming it or anything like that. Obviously stars Scarlett Johansson and some other people that are very recognizable to especially genre fans. The thing here is that this is a continuation of the Jurassic World franchise, obviously. And what we're hearing is that this is more back to basics. So unlike the last film where a majority of the film was dealing with giant bugs and not dinosaurs, apparently this one is swinging back in the dinosaur side of things. So good. Maybe this one will be good. At number 2 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Now this is interesting to me because the last one was a complete flop. It didn't even make a profit. It completely bombed. People did not see it in theaters. The buzz died out like literally opening weekend. I love this franchise. I love every Mission Impossible besides the second one. That's the only one I don't like. Otherwise, this is one of those franchises that I am always there on day one. I've been with this franchise since the beginning. Obviously not the original TV series that it's a reboot of. I'm talking about the Tom Cruise stuff. I love it. I cannot wait to see this. This is easily in like my top 5 most anticipated films for one reason or another. Probably Haley Atwell. And number 1, I'm going to let you guys have like 30 seconds to figure out what it is, because I'm genuinely shocked that this is number 1. Okay, you're going to get like 15 seconds. But at number 1 is Captain America: Brave New World. Now, this one is shocking to me. And not because I'm not excited. This is my most anticipated film of the year, literally. It's Captain America. Of course it is. But I just don't know. The optics online are, we don't like Captain America being black. It should have been the white guy. So maybe that's the echo chamber, right? I think it kind of always is. But still, I love Sam Wilson as a character. I absolutely love his take on Captain America in the comics. So I'm excited to see what they do with this and what direction this goes in and just everything surrounding it. But I'm genuinely shocked that this came in at number 1. Like, did not expect that at all. So there we are, everybody. The top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025, according to Fandango. So what do you guys think of this list? Are any of these on yours? I assume if you're watching this channel, probably. At some point, obviously I do it on my other channel, but I talk about the films I enjoyed the most, the video games, and then my most anticipated. I will be doing that again this year, and I'm excited to see what lands on my list, because I should probably start making those. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video, and as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen, and also if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.